Hiya, folks. This is Will, CayMac Vintage. Sorry about that. It was very dark in the background. I don't know what's happening with these cameras and these lights and that in my. I okay, that's a bit better. Anyway, welcome, folks. This is Will, CayMac Vintage. Oh, I was just recording. I did lots of work. I did lots of speaking, and then I go look at it, and it's not even recording. I don't know what happened, why it stopped. It's oh my God. Uh, a bad day today. I was out at a hardware store and getting something for my mother. I go back outside and I see someone mashed into my car door of my car. Um, there's no note, there's no nothing. Then I have to go back inside. Luckily, I know the people there pretty well, and we sat down at the security cameras looking, and um, we saw the vehicle and all that. But I don't know. It's gonna be hard to prove. But anyway, um, saw it happen and so forth. We know what it is, and let the others deal with it. That the person should have said something. Anyway, um, what I'm building is these 4 MB ROMs. This is one I built already and I tested, and it's good. It works. This is to go together with the 4 MB ROMs that I have, because we will be having, I will be also making available the ROM SIMM programmers, which are created by Doug Brown. Um, CayMac Vintage Group is working with Doug Brown on actually resurrecting these from the ashes. It's been many years since they've been available, and we are making them available again with some minor changes. At a different Atmel chip, which required modification to the um, bootloader. That has now been completed and tested, and it works. The actually firmware has also been updated to work on both chips. And so we have working ROM programmers, we have working 4 MB ROMs, we have working 8 MB ROMs. Um, I do gotta say, these chips are not cheap. They are about $5 a piece. This takes 4 of them, so you're looking at $20 right there just in chips. Um, so, and then some caps, the board, shipping time, and everything else. So, but KMac Vintage shop on Ko-fi, so you can always support me on my coffee site, ko-fi.com/KMac Vintage. Look at my shop there. You'll see a lot of things that we have available. Um, One we have coming is the new Blink RAM. Very good RAM. It is 4 MB RAM sticks. What we've done is we've added a microcontroller on the backside of the chip that monitors the actually read and write signals and gives you LEDs corresponding to what those signals are. Believe it or not, it has helped me tremendously diagnosing and problem solving on my SE30s. I can see right away if there is RAM actually activity going on or not. So it's something very good to have. We will be selling them on the site. I'll probably sell them as individual sticks. That way, if you want all four to have lights, that's your choice. I really don't see that many that you need, but like for example, on the SE30, there's no point in having 8 of them with LED because the second four in bank one do not even blink. They don't show you the blink activity. It's something about how the SE30 is actually made and how it actually accesses the actual memory. The bank one, for some reason, you don't get any blink on there. You do get the power LED. I mean, you do get a sign that shows that it's on, but you don't get the blink. So I was making another ROM here, and I thought I was recording. And with all this going on, I've already secured 3 of the chips. So I just noticed, and I have one left that still need to get soldered on both ends. Yes, the only thing I've done so far is I have secured it at the corners. All right. Yeah, I've secured it at one corner down here. I don't like how that sits. So we're gonna be finishing this. The other three I've already secured. Oh no, I haven't secured anything yet. So anyway, so let's secure the whole thing. I'm looking at my pattern. I'm looking at where the legs are, and I'm just gonna tap one leg. That's all I want to secure right now. One leg. Okay, there we go. We have one leg secured. Now I'm gonna turn it. Now, some people may say, "Oh, these chips are so hard to solder and so forth." Really, they're not. Okay, just take your time. Just be a bit patient with it. Let's clear the flux up a little bit. And see, that's centered very nicely. I'm gonna secure that one. Okay, so now the chip is not gonna move or go anywhere. It is on there. Okay, so now I'm gonna drag. Yes, drag solder it. Put down a little bit more flux. Let's make sure that's good. Okay, I don't care if at the beginning I get a bridge. I'm gonna work it out. You see, I got bridges there, so just slowly but surely work your way across them. You don't need a lot of speed. You just want to make sure that they are secure. That's it. And you see, I have a bridge there. It's okay because as I heat it and drag it down, that bridge is moving away. You see? So now I'm gonna clean my tip and I'm gonna get this bridge out of there. There it is. See, it's gone. Okay, so see, one side done. So all of those are done. So this is the last. This is the last side. I'm gonna get a little bit of solder. You don't need a gobs of solder or anything. Put down some more flux. Flux is my friend. So we're gonna put that down and release some of that flux so we can see. And we're gonna drag it. I need to take out. I need to open up my computer. The fan is so noisy in there. Okay, there we go. That's now secure. Okay, that's all done. That side is done. I need to fill up my little alcohol bottle here. Yeah, see, my CPU usage is not very high. It's only 40% on this video recording. But yeah, the fan is noisy. I need to clean it. So at least now I know I am recording. I'm so sorry about that. I spoke for like 20 minutes about things, and now I did a much smaller version of it. But it's all related to the ROM SIMM Programmer that's coming. Um, Now that I've got these 5 boards working and tested, I've put in a bigger order for some more boards and some more supplies. So once I get those, I will be making these boards, and then I can send them to Jake and up in the States, add them to the coffee site, and as orders are made, he will ship them out to you instead of them coming all the way from the Cayman Islands. If I was to ship it from Cayman, you would be paying more for shipping than you would for the item. Okay, right now I just want to do a clean to try to get some of this flux off. There's so much flux on this thing. Because now we gotta go put on these 4 caps on the backside. Which again, too, that is really easy to do. I mean, it's just caps right there. Right there, there's 0.1. There are 4 pads. Let me get the caps. There. Here. Yeah, here they are. These are 0.1 microfarad. Very simple. 4 SMD caps. Won't take no time to put on. Okay. So today's Memorial Day in the States, but here it's just another day. It's Monday. I got tomorrow left, and then Wednesday I fly up to Miami. I'll be up there for a week. Um, I got quite a bit of goodies going over there. So we go ahead and put some flux on the pads. And now the way I like to do this is I put a little bit of solder on my tip. I grab a cap. I'm using 805s. This thing can use 1206s. I think it's made for 1206s really, but 805s work also. Because the caps are a bit smaller than the 1206 sizes, I make sure that I get a good amount of solder on there to make some good anchor points. Although these are just really here to take a little bit of the load out and just filter the line. Make sure it's a very smooth line. Um, these are just a 2-layer boards. The new RAM that I was talking about earlier, those are 4-layer. So you really get a much better, you get less interference because the things are ran a bit better. They're not, it's not a very tight fit to make everything work. Plus, we have an AT Tiny on the back of a SIM. We may add some more things in the future. Okay. Let me clean this a little bit. I need to get some new toothbrushes, or I need to clean these out. They're so full of flux. Okay, so we have this ROM done. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this in here, just like that. Give this some power. Plug this in. Okay. Once I turn it on, it will detect it. All right, I want to get this on my screen, so give me 1 second here. Let me see how I'm going to do this window capture. I'm going to do the window capture or... Okay, that is the ROM Programmer program coming up, as you can see. Um, it's got some stuff in here right now, but these I don't really... Let me just erase these two so that you don't get... Okay, so first thing we're going to do earlier, okay, when you want to update the firmware for this, you see, you just go to Advanced here, and then why is that not showing up? Let me see here. Is there something I have wrong? Capture method. Okay, let me see what that does. You see, you still don't see the submenus. Let me see here. You see, you still don't see the submenus. See, this is why I don't like the window capture. Let me turn that one off. Let me try to use the display capture. But then that's gonna... All right, let me move this around. I'm gonna move this up here. Move this down here. Capture display 2. Okay, there we go. All right, so now you can see that a bit better in there. And with this, then you should be able to see, yeah, okay. So you see, when you want to update the firmware, you just do update firmware, okay, and then it'll ask you the file location and so forth, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this here is the SIM that you're using, the SIM ROM type. So we have the 4 megabyte 2-chip version, and you see the 2X, and we have the 8 megabyte 4-chip version. This is what I just put in there right now, okay? Um, so that's what's in the... I wonder if yeah, I can't really, or else, because this I can't make too big. Anyway, so the 8 megabyte is in there right now. We're gonna click on this identify chips. It's gonna go do something and come back. And yes, you see it. This 8, the D8, I know is correct because that's what's on the data sheet that the chips should actually identify as, and it found 4 chips, and they're all 4 the same chips. Okay, you see that? If I was to put in here a 4 megabyte, see now I hit the switch again and turn it back on, and I switch this to 4 megabyte identify chips. See, it identifies this as at 22D6, so this is correct. You see, so it does identify the actually chips correctly. So we put that in there. I'm going to turn it back on. It should come up. There it is. Now I already have a file made here. I made a 8. Yeah, this one. Okay, verify while as you're writing. Don't verify. Verify after writing. I like to do it while it's writing. Erase, write entire sim. Yes. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and choose write sim. Oh yeah, you see, I never switched that because it saw the file was too big. Write sim. Okay, so now it's gonna communicating. It's erasing the sim, and it should start writing it. You see, we'll see this light start blinking in a minute. Shortly. There it goes. Now it's busy writing it. Okay, it's that simple. We don't have chips to pop out. We don't need to move things around. We don't need to do a split or nothing. It's one file and it does it all for you. and it seems like I'm stuck. It's stopped. Something not right. Something happened. Maybe a chip leg is loose. Lost contact. That's fine. Let's try it again. Erase. I may have a leg that's not soldered good or a bridge. Now it's writing to, because it is 8 megabyte, it's slow because it's also verifying as it's going. 5, 6. It stopped at 6. Yeah, I got something wrong with the chip, with a pin leg somewhere. So let's go back to the scope and let's go take a look and see what we can find. See, these are the things that happen when you are in focus. Yeah, we're good in focus there. Okay, that one is all good. There's no bridge or nothing there. I'm checking for bridges, and I'm checking if anything is loose. Okay. Okay, that's 3 already checked. Oh, just on one side though. Okay. Everything on that side good. Now we're gonna check here. I don't see any bridges. Two chips getting close. Ah, you see, you all see there? See that? See that? I knew it. I knew it. I had solder on my tip still. All right, since that's being a bit more of a pain, there we go. Okay, let's go back and test it. There's no ROM, there's no device connected right now because with the switch on it, it kills all the power. Now it detects it. Let's do a chip identity. Yep, the 8, that's fine. And let's write it. It's gonna erase. Gonna start writing it. So now we should get past that 6% that it was stuck on. Okay, there it goes. 7, 8, 9, 10. See, it's something simple. I mean, electronics, a good design, a good layout, it's gonna work. It's if it doesn't, you have something that is not correct. And in this case, we saw that it was just a bridge there between those two pins. And if I'm not mistaken, that's between the last two pins, and I think the last one is either ground or power. See, we can see here that it's still active, it's still going. Now we are going to design a case for this also, and have it where the USB just sticks out and the power switch sticks out. It will cover this. It will cover the actually ISP connection. Because if you're gonna need to flash that, I mean, the average user is not gonna have to flash the actually boot loaders. So once the bootloader's in there, it's pretty much done. That's it. There's no circuitry on the bottom, so we already got a couple mounting spots for case to go through to hold it. So, and the other thing with this over here is that these are test points on this side. You can use that as actually test points if you need to. So let's see where we are. Let's turn this back on. Okay, we are at 86%, 87. Now remember, this is doing a write and a verify at the same time. Okay, that's it. So now that is written to it. Um, another nice thing that you can do is if you want to read sims, you can read individual. Oh, this is um, individual chips. Okay, so you can flash individual chips that are on your sim, or you can read from individual chips, and you can put each one of those into a different file name. So if I want to read from chip 1, let's just do a file here. We'll do this 8 megabyte chip 1 read.bin. Okay, and let's just see. I've never tried this on this 8 megabyte yet, so let's see. There it goes, it's reading. When it's reading, you're not seeing a blink, it's a solid light. So if I'm not mistaken, that should be a 2 megabyte file. Let me go to where that is saved. Let's take a look and see. Yes, it is. It is a 2 megabyte file. Shoot, what just happened? Okay. You can see the file right here, 2 megabyte. So that's what I dumped to the chip, to the sim. It's an 8 megabyte file. I read one chip, so it read it in as 2. So we can see that that works too. So you can read individual chips and you can write individual chips. So you can still do that. We can return to normal mode, which is here. We can read the whole sim at one time. The other thing is You shouldn't do this next step with the sim in it. So I'm gonna take it out. Always make sure you either disconnect the cable or turn off the switch before you take the sim in or out from the socket. You can do an actually electrical test. See, and in my case, everything passed because I don't have anything shorted. Now, let's say that I do go and short something here. Um, okay, I have something here shorted in the ROM socket. So we're gonna do electrical test here. You see that D9 shorted to D10. You see, so if there's something wrong, it will help you. I mean, this is for diagnosing the board when it's being made, or when you have something wrong with the ROM. I guess I could have done that when with that bridged thing too. Maybe. I mean, you know what? Let's find out. Let's go bridge it back. Let's go let's go put a drop of solder there. I know exactly which one, and then we can take it back off again. Um, okay. So I have a solder bridge there again, that same spot. I've never tried this, so this is all new to me. You see, it does find it. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? So it does find it. Okay, so let's go take that solder. Let's go take that piece of solder off. Out of my wick just flew out of my dispenser here. Came back. Okay, the bridge is gone. Let's put chip back in. Well, sim. Turn it back on. And let's do electrical test. Okay, everything passed. So there's no bridging or anything anywhere. Okay, so that is a 4 megabyte. Sorry, this is the 8 megabyte ROM. So now this has, and it basically what I did was that I took the 4 megabyte image and I doubled it. I just copied it onto itself as binary using the Windows copy command, and I made an 8 megabyte file, well, an 8 megabyte ROM. So it fills up the entire section of the chips. I know it works because I already put this into a 2CI and it booted up fine without any problem. So I now have two 8 megabyte ROMs that are done. These are the 4s. You want to see them, I can put one of them in. Let's get you back to view. We turn this back on. I make this a bit bigger. Oh no, I don't want to move that one. Grab this one. I make it larger for you to see. Okay. So now I have the 8 megabyte in there, so I need to switch this for, sorry, the actually 4 megabyte 2-chip version. I put that in there. I can identify these chips. See, two actually chips, IC1, IC2. I can do an electrical test. Everything passes. Okay, and I can do a read if I want to. Yeah, let's go do a read. Let me dump this somewhere. There. We do a read from sim. So now it's reading a 4 megabyte. That's going pretty fast. There's the read. Let's go take a look at that file. Where did I do it? The new ROM here. So if I was to open up this file in just Notepad, this is what it will look like. And we should have that Gary somewhere in here. Where is it? The infamous Gary syntax. Why is that not showing up? We should have that in here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's in that one, so it should be in this one too, because that's the same file. Edit, find, down. Okay, Gary. There it is. Okay, so yes, they are the same file. So you can see how the reading works. If I want to flash that same file back, all right, now let's go flash it back. And that's ROM read. That was what I just read from it. I want to flash that back. We do a write sim, erasing sim. There, it's going to start writing it now. The light's blinking. I'm at 8%, 9, 10. So it's writing it back. Okay, so that's coming. So yes, be on the lookout on the coffee site. See for the RAM. Um, see, this is in a pack of 4 right now, but I think I'm gonna sell them individually. Let you choose what you want. Because this has 3 normal and 1 with the LED. This one has the LED. The ones that's got that chip on the back. Okay, that's the LED one. These other 3 are not. Because really, I was selling these before the LED at $20 for a set of 4. So that's actually $5 a stick. Okay, this will basically remain at $5 a stick. I need to look at my costs and that. I may have to raise it a little bit because this is a 4-layer board instead of a 2. It costs a little bit more to make. Um, so I'll have to see. Yeah, okay, so the actually programming is done. We can see here that it finished writing. So if I click, oh, and there we are. So That's the ROM SIMM Programmer, guys, and a ROM SIM. And we see how that works. So now I can turn that off. So we have the 4 and we have the 8s. Nicely done. So anyway, so on the RAM, yeah, I'll need to see in that because um, the ones with the LED will probably go for like $7, and we um, yeah, I'll have to see how I'm gonna do it if I'm gonna sell them individually because not all need to have LEDs on it. I mean, it's nice to have LEDs on it, and um, I'm trying some actually different colors. I think these here. The one that stays on most of the time is the red, and the blue is the blinking one. That is the right. So the red is the read symbol and read signal, which is high, which the read write has to be high for the read, and only when the signal is low um, is the blue on. So um, so you don't see the blinking too much on the read because the read is, I mean, it happens so fast that it's very hard to actually see. But at least on the right, you can see it blink quite a bit, and that right is what helps me diagnose tremendously if I got a problem with something. So anyway, yeah. So look out for these new RAMs. I'm going to be sending them up to Jake for him to handle selling them from the website for me. Um, then all 7 of the Tash 20s I already sold. They're here with me. I gotta ship them to the person. Then the other thing we have is this is our meter, our voltage meter that gives you your 12 volts, your 5 volts, and your negative 12. This just connects into the floppy port in the back, and then you turn it on, and it will give you your status or your actually readings. This is very good to use because I like it. I can just plug it in. I don't need to go fetch with a meter. I don't need to deal with different pins going in, and my hands and I'm free to do work other places. So that's what I like about it. Then this also has the actually DIN connection. This is just a normal 4-pin mini DIN. It's the same as ADB from your Macintosh keyboard. But please don't go plug this into your keyboard port. This is not what this is for. Okay, so be careful with that. And see, this one has I made a cable like actually this. It's got another DB19 here that then I can plug in and I can move this somewhere else. The newer versions of this that we are selling now has a design change with the case. It has a notch taken out here so that it can go into the back of the actually external floppy drive. It can plug in without any problem. And the other thing we've done is that we've now made this piece here. It's got a DB19 like actually this, but inside it's got another mini DIN connector, same as what is here. So you will not get a cable with it, but if you do buy the version that's got the actually adapter, you'll get the adapter and the meter, and you use your own ADB keyboard cable. You can use any Apple 4-pin keyboard cable because it's just a straight actually pass through. Okay, so that's out there too now. So anyway, folks, I'm gonna call it a quits on this video. Bring this back down here so I'm not looking up in the sky. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you appreciate how to solder these ROM sticks. It's not that hard to put on these chips. Just take your time. Just be nice. I mean, just have confidence that you can do it. Take your time. Do it slowly. You saw what I did. It's not that hard. A little bit of solder, just drag it across with the SU flux. So anyway, if you like this video, click on the like button for me. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more work here now. Right now, I think I'm gonna go see my mother. It is it's 5:15 here, so normally for around 5:30 I go and see her. So I'm gonna wrap up this video, and I'm gonna go over there and visit her for a little bit. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna try to make these other three ROM SIMM programmers that I have, and I may do a video on that too. But I may do a video without chat, just some actually background music playing. or maybe even a live session. Who knows? But the live session, if I open up to others, I'll let them talk and that, and while I make them. This one is already made. I just need to flash the new. I just need to put the new actually bootloader on it. I don't have the switch and the USB. Those I have ordered, so I need to take this up to Florida this way, and then I'll finish it up there. So anyway, thank you for watching. Click on that like button if you do. Go visit my coffee site, ko-fi.com/CayMac Vintage. I am also on Twitter under CayMac Vintage. You can find me there and follow there. I do quite a bit of tweets about different things that I'm working on. I got some nice things here. I think these are some nice things that we're working on. Um, we have a lot more in the works. We got some pretty nifty things coming. So it'll be nice to have these ROMs and this programmer out there. So anyway, thank you, folks. Have a great morning, day, afternoon, evening, night, whichever part in the world you are when you're watching this, and subscribe and give me your feedback, at least. Okay, thank you. Bye bye, everyone.